Hello, this is Talking to the Edge, where we try to walk to the border of a 1.18 Minecraft world, which is 30 million blocks out. We want to give credit to KurtJMac, who originated the idea with Farlands or Bust. His channel will be linked in every description. While we walk, we'll be talking about topics that center around content creation and platforms such as Twitch and YouTube. And every other week, you'll see a guest. Guests will range from our close friends to Twitter mutuals to people we've heard about through the content creation grapevine. So if you have any suggestions on who you want to see on the pod, let us know in the comments.
Mel, do you want some tools?
I have a sword.
Oh, that's a baby. I was gonna slaughter that cow, but it's a child.
Don't do it.
Oh, thank you. I did not really need it, but thank you. What I was gonna do is I was gonna make you, I was gonna make you boots.
Oh.
If I could find...
help with falling.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of this you'll need, but why not?
We'll make you some boots, and we'll make you a little chest plate. Alright, here you go, Mel.
Hello,
Boop.
sir.
Boop.
Awesome.
Beautiful. We're now
Oh, the leather
geared
boots
up.
would be helpful if we come across snow because it's not gonna make us drown in
What?
snow.
Is that how that works?
Yeah,
Kay
you need leather boots
almost
to walk
died
across
in it
snow.
last time.
I'm killing all the cows. I'm killing all of them. I did. It took me forever to get... I'll just kill them as we come across them. But it took me forever to get out of the snow.
We have to go east. Do we just want to head out?
Yeah, that sounds
Okay, we
good
have
to
go
me.
this way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow you guys because I'm really bad at walking in like one direction.
Well,
Ooh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
what the fuck?
They took leather, actually.
Crimes against... I have to leave.
They drop leather, but at what cost?
Right. In the absolute atrocities that Vent has committed. Is there a bed in here? I'm taking this bed. Okay.
Now I have leather boots.
Amazing. Oh, more bread. That's exactly what I needed.
Alright.
Alright, I'm ready.
Cool. We just head off in this direction then.
Yeah.
We'll need multiple boats this time. I didn't even
Oh.
think about 3 people.
Oh no. Not the multi-boat.
Let's just hope we don't come across an ocean.
Oh, I hate the oceans. Ooh, look at this giant mountain over here.
I know, walking in one direction lets you see a lot of the 1.18 like terrain, and it's very cool.
I'm excited. I've been really thinking about, because I know that we joked at one point about having an SMP where basically, like, everyone started in, like, a different dimension, and you had to, like, find your way to each other. Because it would make for, like, great lore. I know none of us really do lore. Like, Mel does lore on the Egg SMP, but, like, none of the Alethea people really do lore. But it would make for really easy, like, what do you call it? Did none of you bitches drop leather? You absolute fuckers. Alright. It would make for really easy, like, story writing. And I've been thinking about it. I'm like, I don't even know how the fuck I would do that.
I don't know how you do the different dimension thing.
You would have
It would either be a coding thing or you would load into the game in like creative or something and then get people separated and then log out and pretend that that's where you guys spawned.
Right, exactly.
Ooh.
I feel like you would also have to, like, it would be neat if you used mods to, like, add in the different dimensions, because I'm sure a lot of mods, like, add...
I didn't mean to fall, I meant to jump on that.
Where did you go?
I fell.
Oh! It's fine.
Oh, that's a weird...
It's fine. No
Sorry, we
worries.
fall.
Yeah, it's really bad.
No, you guys are fine.
Like, all the time.
Alright, we've come across the first ocean.
Fuck off. No.
Oh, I don't have any more wood.
I have wood. Hold on.
I can make a boat.
I can make
Okay,
a boat as well.
I still have the boat from last time, too.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're
Nice.
just going to try boat. Get rid of those. I don't need those.
Alright. Just the snowballs in the ocean.
Just the snowballs in the... There's a drowned over there. Be careful. Boop.
As long
Thank-
as he doesn't have a trident, I do not care.
Right. Thank God these boats don't break as easy as the 1.8 boats.
Oh my god. They're
That
awful.
was awful. Because the CTM map that we've
Used to
been...
have durability at some point.
I don't really know.
They didn't have durability, but if you hit anything at all, they would break into sticks and planks.
Yeah.
Okay.
The...
I started playing Minecraft when that happened, but I didn't play it very often back then, so it was like a vague, like, was that even real type of memory?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever... I know we talk about this a lot, about, like, what our first, like, experience with Minecraft was. I really don't remember the version that I used to play at all.
I don't know. I know I've been playing a very long time.
I know. It's odd to think that we've all kind of played Minecraft for a while, and now we make Minecraft-related content. I feel like little me would have never thought, like, little K was probably never like, oh yeah, one day I'm gonna make videos about Minecraft.
Exactly.
Or little Mel would have been like, what are you, a loser?
What are you, a loser?
I used to think Minecraft was super lame for some reason. Like,
Oh.
when it just came
Really?
out. Yeah, I was talking to Gizmo about this, because we both have similar opinions when it first came out, because my friend told me about it, and he was like, this was in 2012, 2013, and he was like, oh, you should play Minecraft, it's such a cool, like, really fun game, and I was like, I'd be nice because I like our friendship, and say yes, but in the back of my head, I think this is kind of a dumb and lame game.
Ooh.
I think this is stupid.
And here we are 10 years later, and I play it
Ooh, careful, sorry.
obsessively for my whole life.
Right.
See, I've played for a very long time, and I started playing because I started watching like YouTube people like make Minecraft videos, but I was always embarrassed of it. I would never say that I've liked playing Minecraft.
You're like,
Yeah,
I
didn't get into Minecraft YouTube until I was like 22 or 23, and at that point, I was very much wear my interests on my sleeve, make it my personality. There's nothing to be embarrassed about here. My brother did make fun of me for it.
I feel like my brother has no room to make fun of me because he codes things on Roblox. So
That's actually really cool, though.
it is. He's
Cole
really
codes
good at it.
things on
Cole,
Roblox.
yeah, Cole does code things on Roblox. The first thing he ever coded was a mini game, and it was basically, no, I'm just trying to get this cow. Please go away. I'm leaving. Hold on, there's too many things here. But yeah, the first thing
he want to try to sleep.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's get out of
yeah,
this
yeah.
forest. The first thing he coded was a mini game, and it was basically it was a room that you walked into, and
Wait, I need more fucking wood.
the walls were the baby, his face.
The baby's face.
Yeah, and every
Amazing.
every 2 minutes, like I feel like a sound clip would play of him going, "The baby," so you just have to stand in the room and wait for the sound clip. He was like, "Katie, you want to see what we have to leave the beds here now? I've made."
Sorry.
I did that. I did that.
Okay, regularly.
Yeah, I do. I just thought it was very comedic timing. We have to leave the beds here. Immediately hears the sound of a bed breaking.
The bed breaking and then just silence.
But yeah, so Cole has no room to make fun of me, about my Minecraft skills. Plus, he is far better at it and has put way more time into Minecraft than I ever have.
He's a turtle.
Oh, I don't know what kind of other content I would make other than Minecraft content at this point. Like, I like playing other variety games. Mel, do you still have your boat?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure you didn't leave it.
No, it just wasn't on my hotbar.
Gotcha.
All good.
But, like, some people, they stream, like, FPS games or, like, Roblox or whatever. And I'm like, I could never. Minecraft is it for me. The it game. Look at that giant mountain.
This hill looks so cool. Oh, and there's like a little like ravine thing underneath. That's very cool.
That would be a great place to build a hobbit hole.
It would be. How rabbit holes are like the easiest things to make.
They
And
are.
they're so nice.
Yeah.
Mel, when did you start like building in like were you always a big builder in Minecraft?
When I first started playing Minecraft, it was exclusively in creative mode, so like I've always been drawn to the building aspect of it, but I didn't get good at it until a couple years ago when I started like looking up tutorials, and then a friend of mine is like, "Hey, you should check out Hermitcraft."
I feel like from Hermitcraft, I used to watch B00 a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I really liked all the builds that he did, but I was always like, I can never do that because the amount of insanity and creation that this man puts into these builds is off the charts.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
still can't build at that scale that they build on, but I still like to use them as inspiration for aesthetic and
Hmm.
with certain decorative types. Like a lot of my interior decorating is like all straight from B-dubs.
He does a lot of good like interior stuff.
Yeah, he
He
does.
does.
I think one time
Like,
on the Minecraft server, I watched him build like a whole like modern-esque like type Minecraft house, and I was like, this really looks like a house that you would live in.
yeah, and he gets really creative with blocks too. Like he'll use the loom and make it look like an empty bookshelf and
Hmm.
stuff like that. And I never would have thought of that on my own.
No, that is pretty cool. They always come up with like crazy shit. I know like last season on the Hermitcraft server, I think it was last season. Like Vintage Beef, he had a whole like music shop where he would build different like instruments and like come to your house
Yeah.
and build them. And that is insane. I don't know how he came up with like how to build the different instruments.
Yeah, it
This
was
is cool
really
of him
cool.
too.
I know that a lot of us watched like the Hermit. I know that I watched the Hermitcraft guys, like some of them originally on Minecraft, and I know that Vent did also. I feel like I would like to say that they were a big inspiration for me becoming a content creator, but they absolutely were not. I feel like everyone's like, oh yeah, these people that I used to watch, they made me really want to become a content creator. And in my case, I'm like, my brother tried streaming, and I went, I'm gonna steal that idea from you. And I ran with it.
I
Oh
actually have a
no.
similar origin story too. Like the Hermitcraft guys inspired me to do Minecraft content, but by the time I'd started trying to do gaming, I had already been trying to be a content creator for years. Um,
Mm.
like there was a few times that I had attempted something when I was in middle school because my cousin made YouTube videos, which are no longer on the internet, sadly, because I thought they were really funny. But he was like 9, so it's fair that he's deleted them. But I was like, yo, that is so cool. I want to do that too. And then I got into watching Dan and Phil, and I tried to do a daily vlog type thing, but those never got uploaded, thankfully, because they were really bad.
Oh
Um,
my god, I feel like if I ever did that, if I ever did any content when I was younger, I would have deleted it.
yeah, I started doing cosplay stuff when I was in high school, and all of my first videos are gone because when my parents found out about it, I got really embarrassed and deleted everything.
Oh,
Oh.
my parents definitely. Feel like my mom. I'm like her. She calls me. I'm gonna do the same thing that Mel just did.
That's what I did too.
My mom calls me like her quirky child, so whenever I'm like, oh yeah, look at this content creation, she's like, that's so cute and quirky, and you're so funny. So they definitely know about it, and I talk about it like on the regular, especially because my siblings watch me, so it's not like they're gonna keep a secret, like they're awful secret keepers.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, my parents know, and like some of my other like family members, I guess I find it not very embarrassing because my mother has no idea what any of it means. So
I mean, you even have like your like friends from like work and everything come to your streams too, though.
I do. They are very supportive. It is very funny. Mostly because they have no idea how it works. They're like, wow, this is crazy. And behind my back, they're probably like, she's so weird. No, I'm kidding.
My IRLs are similar, but I've actually I drag them onto my streams. Like My college friends, they play on the Egg SMP with me. One of my IRL friends that I do cosplay conventions with, I've literally had her like face on stream when we were at a con together. Like they're just
Amazing.
along for the ride with me.
Yeah, I feel like that's how Hannah was. Like at the beginning, I was like, Hannah, we're gonna do this together. And she's like, okay, that's fine.
Sounds good.
Yeah, she's like, if you become famous, like, obviously we're never gonna have to work again. I'm like, you're correct.
Hannah's kind of like your Callahan, except for she has a face and she does talk. She
She,
doesn't do content creation. She's just like, she's gonna be famous because she's iconic and
Right.
associated with you.
Exactly.
Exactly. I know, I feel like, I
Hannah
don't,
is the manager.
she is. I feel like I don't know if she'll ever do content creation. I feel like she's tried in the past. Like there's a similar story to like Mel where she tried to do like vlogging and stuff. Or like she was like, this is a good idea, I'm gonna do this, and then it never really went anywhere. So I don't know. I guess we haven't really talked about I know that she wants to get a PC with her tax refund money.
Oh, cool.
So maybe Hannah Valorant. Hannah really wants to play Valorant with Vent and Mel.
I would love to play
That would be
Valorant with
fun.
Hannah.
Oh no, she says like they think I'm weird. I'm like they literally love you. Shut up.
Say we do not think Hannah's weird. I don't know why I took those. I don't need them.
Vent
Go.
just
Doesn't matter.
Vent takes things,
I do,
and I
just pick things up.
and I'm usually the one following behind her, so that my inventory gets full because her inventory is full, and she keeps leaving things behind.
Oh wow.
Mel, do you have any plans for your next cosplay?
I am working on a couple of things right now. I'm waiting on some face paint to come in the mail, and I've
Ooh.
got fabric for another cosplay, but I'm working on a Hell of a Boss cosplay that I'm doing with my friend Haley, and
Mhm.
then I'm like, okay, I have mixed feelings about this because I love Black Butler, but I hate Black Butler at the same time. I have a complicated past with that fandom,
Mhm.
but I'm working on a CL cosplay from the circus arc, and I've been wanting to do that costume for 8 years, and I'm finally doing
Ooh.
it. So it's like, it's a bittersweet thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it sounds exciting. I'm always excited to see your cosplays. They're
Me
always so
too.
creative. This is a big hole. I'm gonna move away from that.
Yeah, be careful, be careful.
Don't fall down the hole. I think we talk about it all the time. I feel like a lot of times we just rehash the same topics, but that's because I'm bad at coming up with topics. But I feel like cosplay content is so much different, and I feel like not harder, but like way more expensive than like normal, well, not normal, but like video game content. I was gonna say normal content that I produce, I guess.
It depends on what your niche is, because if you get really heavy into crafting videos and to pump out content, like on the weekly, it probably would be expensive because you'd have to constantly be working on something.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of in-character stuff, and I would say it probably money-wise comes out about the same.
Mhm.
But I think it's easier to do the gaming content because I can just sit down at my computer, pull everything up, and start recording without having to spend an hour getting into a costume.
Yeah.
And it's
Mhm.
easier for me to come up with gaming ideas on the fly, whereas with the cosplay stuff, you would have to sit down and like script it out, especially because I did a lot of split screen stuff, so it was very difficult to improvise because I was being way too complicated with my editing, trying to make it
Mm.
look like I was more than one person.
Why? What are
And
we?
what are we doing?
I
Kay's
thought
getting dressed to sleep.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know there were 3 beds here. I was like,
I
are
was
we
so
setting
confused.
spawn?
I was like,
Oh,
why are
sorry.
we not sleeping?
I just decided that was a nighttime topic of conversation.
Yeah.
Only at night can we talk about the cosplays.
Yeah.
What kind of split screen did you do?
Basically, I would just play all the characters. I was a one-man show, essentially. And I would play every character, and then I would try to do a lot of masking to make it look like there were multiple people in the scene when it was just me,
Oh, okay, I see
repeated
what
like
you're
2 to
talking
3
about.
times.
Mhm.
I love doing it, but when you make those types of videos, you have to like actually plan ahead and like script it out so that your dialogue flows, and that gets kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, I know you script a lot of your videos, so you
I
know the
do.
struggles of having to think things out beforehand.
I know.
When I don't script any of my gaming stuff, I just kind of start playing and see what happens.
Yeah.
And that's a lot
Mhm.
easier for me than scripting full in-character skits and stuff like that.
I feel like scripting is I think I also find just like streaming like way easier, especially because or like game content. I find it easier to like edit and also easier to I don't know, just to like be in the moment and do it. Mostly cuz my scripting, I feel like if I'm not in the mood for scripting, I'm not going to script. Cuz then it's just going to come out like bad. It's kind of like schoolwork for me. Not that it feels like schoolwork, but it's the same like idea. It's like if I'm not in the mood for it, the work is not going to be to the best of my ability. Um, so then it kind of like holds me back from like making the rest of the video, like getting the rest of the progress done. Because without a script, I can't record, and without recording, I can't edit it. So I feel like
Yeah, that's
sometimes it
fair.
holds up the process. And also the editing. Not that like I like the editing for my types of videos, which are more like video essays or like commentary style. That is a hole. Um but but like I feel like if I'm just playing Minecraft in the background and I'm not actually talking about the Minecraft, I have to have some sort of like visuals pop up on screen most of the time. And for a video like my last video where I wanted to put it out like quickly and I didn't really have much of any sort of visual to like put on the screen. Um, it was a lot rougher trying to edit that one because I was like, well, people aren't gonna like this because I have literally no idea what to put in this, but I'm gonna post it anyway.
Mhm.
Fair. That's kind of how I felt about the last video I uploaded on my gaming channel. Because I started a hardcore series, and episode 1 went fine. 10 minutes into recording episode 2, I died and lost my
Mm,
hardcore world.
I did
I was
see
like,
that.
I already posted episode 1, I have to see it through, so I'm just gonna have to make something of what I got and try again later.
yeah, it's rough. It's rough, buddy.
It's rough,
The
buddy.
the casual avatar quote in there.
Luckily,
Yeah.
my channel is small enough that no one's gonna be too upset about that, so
I know
good to
that's how
get those mistakes in when there's less eyes on me.
right. That's how I feel. I'm like, no one. I think okay. I'm lost. Oh no, I'm not. Um, the videos that I put out about man, I really contemplated deleting the last video that I put out. Because I put it out before like all of the allegations came out and the whole in Twitter went to shit. On I don't want this. Hold on. Take this. I put it out before like Twitter went to shit and basically the whole situation became a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like this is kind of insensitive for me to put out right now. Maybe I should delete it. But then I was like, I'm not really talking about that situation at all or referencing it at all because it hadn't happened yet.
You could check like when it was uploaded too and be very clear like, oh, this was uploaded before all this was like public information. So
But yeah, so I was like,
Mhm.
I'm
if anyone
definitely
really wanted to get mad at you, you were covered.
right. So I was like, I'm definitely that's the one thing about like all I don't know. I feel like I don't want that many eyes on me. It's the kind of it's so much pressure.
It
Too much
is,
pressure.
but like when okay, so there's like a medium ground where it's a lot it feels like a lot of eyes, but you're not like blown up. And
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
that medium ground is nice.
It's an
My
abandoned
cosplay
village.
Yeah.
stuff got there at one point in time, and I
Mhm.
remember back before Tumblr was a barren wasteland. Somebody somebody literally said I was like a god of the Black Butler fandom, and I was like, bro,
No.
that's amazing. I like this was before I like hated it like I do now,
Mhm.
which I guess it's not fair to say that I hate it, but that's a whole different podcast
That's
topic.
the hatred for Black Butler.
I have some wild stories from that fandom, and if you guys want to hear them, I would be happy to share, but I don't want to hijack your podcast.
You're
No,
good, you're
it's
good.
fine. Whatever you want to talk about.
Oh, beds!
That's amazing.
Yeah, I've never been super like into fandoms, or like not like vocal like within them. So I don't think I've ever had like a truly like bad experience within a fan. Like I feel like the Minecraft community is the first fandom that I've actually like vocally been in, and that's mostly because I create content within it.
That's
Mhm.
fair.
And there are some ups and downs within the Minecraft community. Um,
I mean, there is with any large community.
yeah, but I don't think I've had anything that's like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I actually, okay, so aside from people, like the whole doxing thing that people are very good at doing on Twitter these days,
Yeah.
I still like the Minecraft fandom as a general is still pretty tame compared to um the Black Butler days that I'd seen.
Hmm.
So Black Butler is the only fandom that I've ever like actively participated in, and then I learned that my life is so much better when I just make my silly fan content, post it online, and then don't interact.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But so
Oh,
basically,
Oh,
oh no, I
I'm
heard
fine.
that fall damage. And okay,
Shit.
sh-
Oh,
sh-
I took more fall damage. Oh, there's
hold
water
on.
here.
Wait. Oh, can you get up? Oh no.
Yeah.
oh nice. So basically, when I
Oh.
started cosplaying specifically Black Butler,
Hmm.
and I was obsessed. Like I probably had a problem, and it like I don't know if you guys are familiar with that anime or manga, but I feel like once you learn that about me, a lot of things start to make sense because it has greatly shaped like my personality and my interests. But
Mhm.
so I made a whole bunch of like videos in character as as the main character, and that was just kind of like what I did online
Hmm.
for a while.
Mhm.
And I don't okay, are you guys like familiar with anime fandoms and just
A
what they
little,
are?
a
I
little
know. Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, I know a little bit, but not too much.
Okay. So a lot of people really like to imitate voice actors and do
Mm.
like fan dubs of manga panels and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And there was this one person who I'm not gonna name names, but to people who know the story, it's gonna be very obvious. So I'm not gonna let you guys get your clickbait.
Okay.
I can tell you guys afterwards, and if you want, because some of the people in the story I'm still kind of friends with, so
Hmm.
I don't want to be
Yeah,
like, oh
totally
yeah,
fine.
here's their full legal name and where they live.
Let's
Yeah,
dox
yeah,
people on the podcast.
So basically, there was this guy who did voice imitations of the English dub voice actor for the main character, and he
Hmm.
would post them to YouTube. And he got pretty infamous within the fandom.
Hmm.
And in 2017, he did a parody cover of the song Evelyn Evelyn, but
Okay.
rewrote the lyrics to make it match the characters from the manga.
Mhm.
And I saw that, and I listened to it on repeat for hours, and I cried. And then I was like, hey, I need to make a music video to this. Is that okay? And he was like, yeah, sure, go for it. I was like, bet. And to this day, it's my second highest viewed video, and the only reason I don't take it down is because I do still enjoy the clout.
Nice, amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
But so I made the video, and it took me months, and it was very like, so I do not have a twin sibling,
Mhm.
but some of my friends that I had met in real life after I made this video legitimately thought I had a twin.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was very proud about that
Nice.
because this was when my editing was still very sloppy. So that was a nice compliment. But anyway, so I made this video to this guy's parody song, and then I uploaded it to YouTube. And then 2 to 3 months after that, there was an anime convention that I went to. And he was also at that anime convention.
Hmm.
And he basically, we met at a like fandom meetup. And he instantly, well, not instantly, but after I went up and said hi, he was like, "Oh wait, you're that person that made that video." Like he knew who I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a Leo, so that felt really that felt
I'm
really
a
good.
Leo.
I'm a
Yeah.
Leo.
There we go. So we met at the convention, and then
Oh wait.
the next he was like, "Yeah, if you want to like add me on Twitter or something, because I think you're really cool, we could be friends." Oh, actually we can all set spawn on one bed.
This
and
is
then
true.
together.
This is true. Boop. Okay.
So we added each other on Twitter, and then we saw each other again the next day at a panel. And basically, at the end of this convention, he was like, we added each other on Discord too. I don't know if that's
Okay.
a red flag yet or not. But so basically, we added each other on Discord, and then we didn't really talk again for a couple months. But then I remember this very distinctly because I was also watching the new season of Voltron at the time, because this was before that show got horrendously bad. I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
I've only seen a little bit of Ultron, and I've heard bad things
I
about the rest
think
of it.
I think I
fair.
stopped after like before everyone was like, this season is shit. So
Yeah, I was actually really late to watching the last season, so by the time I started watching it, people were already talking about the ending, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I don't need to watch
I don't
this.
want to watch that.
So that's kind of what this time period looked like for me. It was Voltron, and I was talking to this person on Discord, and they were like, "Hey, I think we really clicked when we met. You remind me of this character from this show, the Black Butler manga." And I was like, "Oh, okay, bet." And basically, it turned into a very, very long conversation that, long story short, I was being recruited into a Kinney cult.
No. What?
Oh. Okay.
Are you guys familiar with kinning? I feel like I need to ask because
I'm
I talk
Let's-
to people about
not.
this and they're like, I don't know what that is.
Let's explain.
Okay, so nowadays when someone kins a character, it's more of a really intense I relate to this character. But back then, when you kinned a character, it meant that you legitimately believed you were that character. And this group of people, it was more of like a, yeah, we are the reincarnations of these characters. I was like, okay, reincarnation sounds legit to me. Fuck, what do I know?
Oh my god.
So I'm like, okay, I guess that makes sense, and I go along with it, and I get added to this Discord group full of, like, other people.
Mel, no.
I am an extremely gullible person, okay? So I become like a part of this group, and as soon as I join, everyone's like, OMG, it's this character! We've missed you so much! Like, I can't believe you're here! We've been talking about how we really want to find this character! I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. And like I've said earlier, I'm a Leo, so it felt really good.
I'm sure.
It was a very arms out, like, welcoming welcome. So I was like, alright, bet. And it was a very intense couple of months before some wild shit happened. But basically, the group was kind of trying to build their canon. So they were like constantly looking for the characters that were missing and like recruiting other people as well.
Yeah.
And shortly after I'd first joined, they were like, hey, don't talk about this publicly. Don't mention it on Tumblr or anything, because we used to be open about it and people called us a weird cult. I do not know why this didn't set off red flags at the time. So I was like, okay, that's fair. I don't really want people to know about this anyway, because at the time, kinning was less of a joke and more of like not something you really wanted to associate yourself with if you were trying to be a public figure, which I was. So I was like, you know what? I'll keep your secret. This is fine.
Oh no.
So things were kind of normal for a little while. Like it was a normal Discord server where occasionally we would get in voice chat and do witchcraft to try to remember canon memories.
Mel!
Oh no.
And it was like, that was the normal thing. And it was pretty chill for a few months, and then
I feel
after
like
a few
I feel like our red flag counter is at least up to 5.
Yeah, at least 5.
amazing. I love this.
Oh, ew! Look at that.
Yeah, disgusting.
Wait,
Go ahead.
what are-
I was looking at the what's it? Pillager place.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of
I'm
like
sorry, I
lame
cut you
now,
off.
but there's- Oh no, you're fine. So after a few months, the Discord server kind of dies, and it gets really quiet. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. A lot of us are in school, so that makes sense. And then out of the blue one day, the ringleader, which was the one who was the voice actor, who pinned the main character from this show, he messaged me and he was like, hey, let me tell you what's been going on.
Oh no.
So, a little bit of background information. This group had a history of randomly kicking people out and finding new versions of the characters and just kind of cycling through
Oh.
people. And
Okay.
we had a little bit of that going on. And so he messaged me one day and he was like, hey, since we were best friends in canon, which also isn't even canonically correct, but what am I gonna say to that?
I'm not gonna argue with the cult leader. It's fine.
Yeah, he was like, so since we were so close in canon, I feel like I need to tell you what's been going on. And I was like, okay. Sounds like emotional manipulation, but let's go. So basically, there was some fabricated drama where he was like, I don't think my twin is actually my twin, and there's like reasons that I think that this person is not the character they say they are. I was like, okay, that's all right. I don't know what to say to that.
Interesting.
So then
yeah.
basically it was like, here's the new Discord group, and it was most of the same people, but they had replaced a few of the characters.
Mhm.
And then everything went back to our weird normal for a while. And then the Discord group died again. And then a few months pass. And I might be a little confused on the timeline, but some time passes. And the ringleader is like, yeah, I'm not really. There's lots of intense things going on in canon right now, so I kind of want to distance myself. Context, there was some really heavy, deep, and traumatizing things going on in the manga, like in the chapters that were being released at the time.
Mhm.
So it all came together to brew the perfect alibi. So he leaves with that excuse, and then a few months after that, I find him on Twitter under a new name. And he's
Okay.
like, oh yeah, don't tell anybody that you found this account. I'm trying to distance myself from that group. I don't really ID with this anymore. And I'm like, alright, that's fair. Literally 2 weeks after that, I get messaged by one of the old group members and they're like, hey, did you hear what happened? I was like, what? They were like, yeah, insert ringleader's name here has been arrested. I'm
Oh
like,
my
what?
god.
Oh.
They were like, yeah, there's this person on Tumblr who was in the group before you were in the group, and they found the police report, and they've been sharing it everywhere, and like, it's
No.
this whole big thing. I was like, okay. And so I get on Tumblr, and this whole ass man, not like, he had been arrested for doing things I cannot talk about on YouTube with a child. And
Oh.
like, it was a really big deal because it was a lot of people were coming out with stories about how this person was basically like manipulating his fandom power to be inappropriate with minors. And a lot of things in our Discord group started to make sense because there were a
Oh.
lot of people in that group that were minors, and there was a joke running around that the ringleader was stealing fresh 18-year-olds because when I joined the group, there were
Oh.
3 people, 2 of them literally had just turned 18,
Oh
that
no.
were moving in to live in his parents' basement.
What? No.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And it was a wild thing. Like, when everyone started finding out that he had gotten arrested for major crimes involving minors, everyone like got in a Discord group and they were like hashing it out and talking about everything, and they were like, yeah, So apparently, this man lied about everything. All the things in his life that was similar to this character was not true.
Oh,
And it was
God.
like, man even lied about his birthday. I think the birthday lying was more so to be like the character instead of making himself younger.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did change the year that he told us he was born in, but
Mhm.
it wasn't in a way that was like, I'm trying to make myself be younger. He used photo editing apps for that.
Mm.
So that's kind of like what I think about when I think about Black Butler now.
Amazing.
But that fandom also just has like a problem with rancid shipping.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the content, but the main character is fucking 13, and then the other main character is a grown demon man. Grown man. And they're the two main characters, so I don't know if that's gonna tell you everything you need to know about what
Mm.
shipping looks like.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
But it basically got to a point where I just had to make the content that I wanted to see because no one else was making it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's hard being a Black Butler fan nowadays.
Yeah, that
The
sounds
fandom is
rough.
very dead. Yeah. I've also, unrelated to that story, but I've had a child approach me at a store when I was wearing Black Butler merch and just start screaming in excitement, and that was not a vibe.
No.
And then I had another,
We want to
when
go
I
this
was still in
way.
college, I used to, dress in that, like, Victorian-inspired English schoolboy type vibe,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
definitely heavily influenced from me liking this show. And this girl straight up followed me into the bathroom at fucking 9 a.m. and was like, hey, are you cosplaying CL Phantom Hive right now? I was like, it is 9 a.m. You
Please.
followed me in here just to ask that? Maybe I'm just weird, quirky, and eccentric.
Please leave me alone. It's 9 in the
Like,
morning.
literally,
We
as
followed
soon as,
you into the bathroom?
yeah, as soon as I was like answered her question, she just turned around and left. That's how I knew she followed me specifically to ask that. I was like, why are Black Butler fans literally built wrong?
Not even built different.
No,
built
just wrong.
So, I distanced myself from that fandom a lot.
Mm.
I do not like it. Now, every time I do anything with that fandom, it is so far removed from canon that it might as well just be its own thing.
Yeah, your own story. That's
I
rough.
didn't mean to hijack your small
No.
creator
No, you're good.
topics.
I
That's
do not.
totally fine. That's insane, though.
Yeah. Be careful about the creators you get involved with online, because they are, there's a good chance they might be sketchy people.
And this has
Much
been
needs to be learned.
this has been a PSA from PocketLeaves.
Yeah.
Is there anything specific that you're working on right now, Mel, other than your cosplays?
Mostly just like the Pokey SMP. I'm kind of trying to decide still if I want to jump back into hardcore or if I want to do something in between.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking it would be cool to do a thing where I basically do a creative world, but I just do some really cool massive builds. I
Mm.
probably will do that
Oh.
anyway, but I'm trying to decide if I want to like make a video thing out of that.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
I feel
Do you
like
guys have any plans?
yeah, I feel like we talked about this a little bit last time. We have this podcast that we're going to hopefully try to put out once a week.
Once a week, yeah.
We're gonna try it. Hopefully we don't end up like I talk about the banter podcast all the time because I really liked that podcast. And then they just
just
stopped
paid me.
producing it. They just stopped producing it.
Yeah. I understand taking a break over the holidays, but they were like, yeah, it's gonna be weekly, and I was like, bet, I listened to this at work. And
Right.
then every week, it never failed. I would check, and there would be nothing.
I know, exactly. I was upset, especially because when they first started, I didn't really like it very much. Like, it was very short. You can tell that Carl edited it because it was in a very, like, Mr. Beast style, like, editing way.
Oh.
But, like, the one most recently with Hassan was a lot longer, and I was like, I actually really like whatever they're talking about in this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I initially only watched the episodes with the people that I cared about in it, so like
Yeah.
Tommy in it, Quackity, Ranbu, Techno. And then when the one with Hassan came out, I was like, you know what? I want to know who this man is.
Yeah.
I have no idea who this guy is. I've already established that Carl and Sapnap are very interesting podcast personalities, so I'll give it a try. And it was actually really enjoyable. I still, like, I know a lot about Hassan now.
Right.
I couldn't tell you what his streams are like or what his content's like, but I know a lot about him as a person.
Me neither. Same. I know, I didn't realize a lot of the people who, like, run in that same circle where it's, like, Hassan, Ludwig, like, Cutie, Pokey, like, Valkyrie, those people, I did not realize until recently that they're not a lot older than us, but they're, like, nearing their 30s more than, like, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was
They've
like,
been also, a lot of them have been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah.
They've just gotten started.
yeah. So I was like, oh my god, Hassan's 30? Because I think they were talking about, like, Hassan was like, oh yeah, I graduated college in, like, this date. And Sapnap was like, I was in middle school.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
holy
remember
shit.
that. I was like, 'cause I'm a bit older than Sapnap and Carl, so when they said that, I was like, oh, bro. Okay.
Mel, are you only, you're
Wow.
24, right? Or are you 25 now?
Yeah, I'm 24. I turned
Okay.
25 in August.
Okay,
So I'm
Carl,
like in between them and.
yeah, Carl's 23, I think. So,
Oh, is he?
not too much older.
I just know I thought he and Sapnap were the same because I know Sapnap's like 21 or something like. I don't
Yeah.
even think he's 21 yet. He's
I
like
think
20.
he's still 20, yeah.
Yeah, I think this year he turns 21.
Yeah, a lot of the Dream SMP guys are like either the age of my brother, who is like the middle child, or the
Mhm.
age of my youngest brother, who is like 17, about to be 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that there's a few, like, older people on the SMP. I think Carl's, like, one of the old, like, Puns and Carl, and,
This is Philza,
Bad.
Erasure?
yeah, Philza Erasure. Actually, I don't know who that is. I don't know who you're talking about.
Does not exist.
Does not
honestly
exist.
part of why I like Hermitcraft so much. The youngest Hermit, I think, is Gemini Tay, and she's like 23 or something like that. But a
Mhm.
lot of
Yeah.
the Hermits are in their 30s and 40s.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's definitely nice to watch people who are a little bit older create content, because then it does not give you this overwhelming sense of doom that you're losing time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's also nice. A lot of the ones like Doc and Etho, they've been doing this for over 10 years.
hmm
And so the fact
Yeah.
that they're still doing it is very reassuring to me because I remember when I was younger, most of the YouTubers were also younger.
hmm
So it didn't really there wasn't really a foreseeable future in content creation. But now that I've got like B-Dubs and Doc M77 and Etho and all them to like look up to, it's like, oh, I can still do this when I am no longer a young youth.
hmm
Yeah.
It is very nice to see, especially because because content creation of mine, like, for me, is, like, a goal only recently, like, I feel like I've only really thought about doing this within, like, the past year. And, like you said, when I was younger, I was like, people are gonna, like, quit this. Like, there's no way that this is, like, a long-lasting, like, career. I feel like it's nice to have, like, these older people and be like, okay, well, my goal is to, like, enjoy this enough to do this as long as they've been doing it.
Yeah.
Even if it, like, is not something that, like, sustains me, like, financially, I want to, like, continue to have fun with it, hopefully for the next 10 years.
For sure. And I think I commented this on the last episode of your podcast. So if anyone who's listening now hasn't heard the first episode of this podcast, you should do it.
Casual
But,
plug.
Much now.
But you guys are talking about like retiring from content creation,
Mhm.
and I was like, I thought about it. And it's like, yeah, if I made it big, well, not big, but if I made it to where this could be a full-time job, like the Twitch streaming and the gaming content, when I did retire, it would either be to just kind of like do this less seriously, or to do this in a more artistic, less clickbaity, more experimental type way.
Yeah.
Like I would retire just so I could do my own thing without having to worry about money.
Yeah, I did read that comment.
Me too.
Thank you.
I even liked the comment.
Wow.
My PocketLeaves YouTube channel that I interact with all your content on is not my main account, so it's not the one that I just like watch YouTube on mostly.
hmm
So I don't get notifications for it until I swap over to it.
I think I actually have my YouTube notifications off, which is not
Amazing.
great, especially when one of my videos has been constantly gaining views and comments, and I like to respond to the people.
have mine on, but that's because I have never posted a YouTube video besides the podcast, which is something I'm working on, but
Yes.
I have not yet.
Yeah, I think Vent said that she wanted to post more YouTube videos this year.
I
I'm
do.
very excited for that. I cannot
like-
wait for the event content.
I'd like to get to a place where I can do like one a week plus this podcast, like once a week,
Oh.
you know?
Yeah.
So are we all just deciding that once a week is a good YouTube schedule? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm also trying to do that as well.
Exactly.
I've tried to do that in the past, like with my cosplay stuff.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, as long as I upload monthly, I'll be okay. And then I tried bi-weekly.
Mm-hmm.
And that was okay until I hit seasonal depression season and just didn't make any content for 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
then-
yeah.
Over the course of 2020, it was the first time in my life that I kept to an upload schedule for a whole
Hey,
year.
you hit me with your boat. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
No, I didn't mean to
Boats?
interrupt you.
No, you guys are good. But I uploaded bi-weekly for a whole year, and for a little bit during that, like because of quarantine, I was uploading weekly.
Oh my god, I get
But it wasn't quality content weekly. Because it was like I would do quality content every other week, and then in between I was like doing get ready with me's, which for some people that is quality content, but for me and what I was producing, it was not quality content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that shit is hard. Like doing a upload schedule while also juggling college, while also juggling a part-time job is very difficult.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the gaming stuff is easier to maintain an
Mhm.
upload schedule, especially now that I'm no longer in college, so I just have to juggle the job.
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't think, so me personally for my YouTube channel, like uploading here once a week I feel like won't be bad because me and Vent like split the editing.
Yeah.
But like on my own YouTube channel, I'm my own editor. So it definitely is hard to keep up with like all my school responsibilities and going to work part-time and streaming while also recording and editing for YouTube. It's definitely a lot, and I don't know how people consistently do it every week for longer than like a few month period.
Yeah, for me, editing's actually the easiest part, because
Mhm.
editing... So when I got into content creation, I discovered that I loved editing, and that is, like, one of the reasons I've kept doing it for so long. And so I will sit down at my computer with the intention of, oh, I'm just gonna get started, and then I'll knock the whole thing out in, like, an hour and a half.
Mm.
Because I don't do subtitles. When I do subtitles, it's a lot longer than that, so I only, like, subtitle some TikToks because I'm too lazy to do all of them.
Oh, I hate the Tommy in it fucking bullshit.
I love doing them. I think they look great. And once I figured out how to do them, I was in love. I was like, this is amazing. I know how to do it, and it's actually super fucking easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just time consuming to go through and like type out what I'm saying.
I love the way you edit things though. Like all of your videos
Yeah.
are always edited so well.
Thank you.
It's a village over here if you guys want to sleep in it.
Okay.
Alright,
I
alright.
do enjoy stealing beds from villagers.
Me too.
I'm like a home wrecker, but I'm like literally wrecking their home, not their marriage.
I don't know how to I feel like I've segued into all the questions, but I don't know how to fucking segue into this one, so I am going to just ask it. I've been trying to figure out how to segue into this question for at least 10 minutes.
Amazing.
The question is, what is one thing now that you wish you would have been told before you started content creation?
Don't pigeonhole yourself into like a certain niche or fandom,
Mm.
because when you get tired of it or when you want to move on, it is very disheartening to see that your newer stuff not related to that is not going to pop off in the same way that where you've already established yourself does. I don't know if this is a spoiler, but I'm very excited for the revamp of the server.
Oh, I am
I'm
too.
excited for people to come back, and I'm excited for a friend of ours that it's actually going to be a part of the server now.
I know, it's gonna be so cool.
I like
It's
that
also just
we...
nice to have more active people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of college students, and then it hit the time of the
I
semester
know.
where everyone was busy.
I
I'm
like...
very excited for summer because
Oh,
most
yeah.
of you guys will be free again, and that'll be fun.
I know, I'm excited for summer too, mostly just to get the semester over. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was at this point my last semester, which was also like the winter spring semester.
Mm-hmm.
It was very rough. I almost I probably was not at risk of not graduating, but it felt like I almost didn't graduate.
Yeah.
It just felt that rough.
This is not
So,
even my last semester. I still have a whole nother year after this.
not bad though.
Unfortunately. But
Yeah,
You're
I
so
would have
far
not
in
been able
though,
to
just
go
keep
straight.
going.
I would have not been able to jump straight into my master's. Like, my grandma had suggested, like, hey, if you're having trouble finding a job, maybe that's the universe telling you that you might have something else you need to do, like doing some religious stuff or go in and get a master's. And I was like, respectfully,
nope.
hell no to either of those.
Respectfully, no thank you.
Did you want to
Yeah,
sleep?
it's like
Oh yeah, we can.
oh yes, I don't think I could have gone back to school, at least without taking any sort of form of gap year, because I was so burnt
Go to
out by
bed.
the time I graduated.
Oh, sorry. Hold on, I got you. I got you. No
I
worries.
stole yours.
That works.
Got a little bed thievery going on.
Bed thieving? Yeah, it's definitely rough going straight back into it. But I just wanted to get it over with. Well, whose bed are we? Okay, I'll take this one then. But I just wanted to get it over with. So, but we're chugging along. We're continuing in the college career plan.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to keep going while you still have the momentum and the mindset. 'Cause I think after honestly, the past few months of just vibing and only working, I don't think I could go back to school anytime soon. Like I don't have the mindset for it. I don't have the drive or the motivation anymore. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I have been trying to use my degree to finagle my way into a new job. So there's a content moderation job that I applied for, which is basically just it's for webtoons actually.
Oh, amazing!
And it's
You need to tell them that their ads suck.
Your ads are ass.
I'm tired of seeing the same ad of the same whiny man wondering what he has to do to get a boyfriend. Like, I don't want to read the boyfriend's comic. I don't like your advertising for it. The drama suspense ads that they were running a year or two ago were way better.
I'll let them know if I get the job.
I mean, it still didn't get the click for me, but it was a lot more enjoyable to see. And like, I almost downloaded it to figure out what was going on with some of these stories.
Amazing. That's so funny. But yeah, I'm trying to do that. I
don't know how to tell them. They missed the mark with boyfriends. Like, if that would have came out a few years ago, they might have been able to pique my interest, but not anymore.
No more boyfriend interest.
Yeah, I've learned recently that I actually don't like men. I thought I did for a while, and then I was like, maybe it just feels different because I'm ace, and I just don't really like anyone in that way. But then I was like, no, it's like I'm also ace, but I also just really don't like men.
That's fair.
I learned that about myself literally 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
And then I started playing Dream Daddy, and I was like, after the stream the other night, I was like, I need to reflect.
You're
like, yeah.
Like,
I need to find a good dating sim that's about women, but not in like the hentai kind of way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fair.
It's like I want Dream Daddy, but instead of dads, it's mothers.
But
it's
like,
moms.
They
don't have to be moms. I don't even like
mommies.
Dream mommies.
Like I would love that game so much more. Like Dream Daddy is a good game, and there's characters that I like. But I don't vibe with it as heavily as I would if they were female.
I did not know that mossy cobblestone spawned in this biome.
Yes, it's the best. I love mossy. I will throw down from some mossy cobblestone.
That was not important.
Okay.
I also love mossy cobblestone.
I remember when the only place you could get it was from like spawners, like the spawn dungeons.
Yeah. You can craft it now, can't you?
Can you?
Yes, and it's so much. You've been able to craft it forever.
What the fuck?
It used to be with vines and cobblestone, which was terrible, but now you can just use normal moss blocks, which is much better.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, I think
the
we're
podcast is brought to you by Mossy Cobblestone.
brought to you by Mossy Cobblestone. All right, I think we're going on 2 hours. If you guys wanted to end, Mel, do you want to tell?
Really?
Do you want to? I know that's what we said the first time we recorded. We went, what the fuck? 2 hours.
Hey, where are you?
I'm back here. I'm right here. I'm with Mel.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But do you want to plug your social medias?
Oh, yes. I am PocketLeaves basically everywhere. Spelled normally for once. On Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. What is this? Oh, snowball. Amazing. Yes, PocketLeaves is yeah, it's the same as my Minecraft username. I'm a very simple person.
I'm very.
If you guys like Vent and K, you might like me as well. I do a lot of Minecraft. Also cosplay a lot of anime stuff, so if you guys are anime weebs, it's
Yeah.
a place to be.
All of Mel's socials will be in the description.
They will, and we highly recommend Mel to any Vent and K enjoyers.
We do.
It's like on Netflix when it has like the what you should watch based on whatever. That's kind of like what it
Yeah.
is.
That's Mel.
That's Mel.
Amazing.
Yeah. As
Um,
Keegan would say, Mel is everyone in Alethia's favorite streamer.
Yes.
Thank you guys. And I've literally have discussed my most problematic history on this podcast.
On this
So-
podcast. Is this your first podcast appearance, Mel?
This is my first.
Yes.
Yes.
So when Mel gets famous, we can say that we were the first podcast they've ever been on.
Yes.
Amazing.
All right, we don't have an outro. The last outro I think was that's our outro.
Bye.
That is an outro in and of itself. Your thing is just being like, oh, what should our outro be? Well, I guess
That's the outro.
Oh yeah, I can show our records where we've made it.
Oh yeah, we need to do that.
would
We've
be
made
very
it.
important.
We've made it what? 28,000 blocks. We started at 20,000 and we're at 48,000.
Yeah, we've come a
Oh,
long
wow.
way.
We made
This
it quite a
is the
bit
most
farther
I've
than
ever
last time.
traveled in Minecraft
Oh.
in one direction.
We're making progress.
Mhm.